Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So I hope the audio is clear. Are you able to hear me very clearly?
Yes,
Is the
Prabhu.
audio clear? Okay. So we'll begin. And yesterday we started. Yesterday we started. Yeah, yesterday we started the discussion on the 10th chapter. And I was mentioning how in the ninth chapter the glories of bhakti are given. Now in the 10th chapter, the glories of Bhagavan. Both are, in one sense, leading us to uh, the sweetness of Krishna so that we can practice Ananya Bhakti. So Krishna again speaks Paramam Vacha because, you are qualified with Prema. Yatte aham priyamanaya. Because you have love for me and for your hitakamaya, I am speaking. And then he starts speaking about his vibhutis. How nor the Surganas or the Maharshayas understand him because he's the source of the Devas and the Rishis. And then one who knows this, that he's Ajar, he's Anadim, and he's Vetti Lok Maheshwara, then he becomes a Sumoda, you know, and he performs bhakti because he's free from all sins. Sarva Papa Pramuchati. So we saw this. Now we will come to not only, the devatas, the rishis, ah, this is the first result of the Vibhuti Yoga of knowing Krishna, is mentioned in 10.3. But not only, the devatas and the rishis, but all the qualities, whether they're in Sattvagun or Raja or Tamagun, all the opposite qualities also, all come from Krishna only. So that Krishna expresses in text 10.4 and 10.5. बुद्धिर्ज्ञ बुद्धिरसम्मोह क्षमा सत्यम दमः शम सुखम दुःखम भवो भाव भयं चाभयमेव च अहिंसा समता तुष्टिः तपोदानं यशो यश भवन्ति भावभूतानां मत एव पृथक्विदा इंटेलिजेंस बुद्धि नॉलेज ज्ञान Buddhir asammoha. Sometimes that's what I was wondering. Buddhir jnana sammoha is there, and why only sammoha has come in? It's very strange. How some. Yes, Navneet Kalra Mataji, you have a question? Yeah, I'm trying to unmute you, but it's somehow not happening. You have a question, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, done.
I've
But there's a
unmuted it.
lag. Yeah, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
There is a lag, huh?
Yeah,
There is a lag.
yeah.
Okay. Let me change the place because I have on this fan here. And maybe it is because of that. So let me just give me a second. Hare Krishna. How is it now? Is it clear now? Navneet Kalramataji, is it clear now?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. It's when you start sharing the files, Prabhuji, there's a lag.
There is a
Like
lag
when
in
you
the
share,
sharing of files, or is it in
yeah.
in
No,
the
not in
voice
the
also?
voice.
In the voice there is
No,
lag.
the voice starts breaking once you
Okay.
start
So the
sharing
voice
the
is clear.
screen.
Yeah, that is because the system has become slow. So my
Okay.
system has become slow because of some technical problems, I think. So that's because of that. But the voice is clear, right?
Yeah, the voice is clear, Prabhuji.
I hope the audio is clear.
Yes,
Okay. We'll
Prabhuji.
just manage with that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me now just correct this because. such a mistake which is so evident, Buddhir Jnana Samoha. Buddhir Samoha has come, Jnana has been somehow cut off. So I'm just adding that. Okay. Okay. I'm just sharing now the screen. Yeah, Bir Krishnaji, yes, you have something to say?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dhanapram, Prabhu. Prabhu, in this was 10.3, Prabhu. Asamudha samartesu sarva papa pramuchyate. So, Prabhu, sarva papa here, it refers to only sinful reactions, or it is covering anartha also for devotees?
Well, in one sense, um, basically we have to understand uh, what takes our consciousness away from Krishna. So, when the sins or the propensity to commit actions which are sinful, that kind of a general consciousness takes us away from Krishna. So in this sense, it can include all, but here specifically we can say it as papa. I hope it is clear.
Right.
Is it okay or no? Hmm?
Yes. Thank you.
It can refer to all, but here because the verse itself is mentioning at one level, it refers to papa. Okay. So now this verse is correct. Buddhir jnana sammoha. So intelligence, knowledge, buddhi, jnana. Freedom from illusion. Sammoha means illusion. Asammoha means cancels this moha, and this sa is a prefix, some moha, means complete moha. So freedom from illusion. Tolerance, truthfulness, sense control, mind control. Shama, Satyam, Dama, Shama. So these are the qualities of the Brahmana. Sukham, Dukkham. So these are opposite qualities. Birth, death, bhava, abhava. Fear, fearlessness. Fearlessness is the quality, transcendental quality. Fear is the tamagun. So all these qualities, Bain, Sattva, Rajas, Bhayam cha, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, Ahimsa, Samata, Tushti, austerity, charity, fame, infamy, Tapo, Dana, Yasho, Ayasha, Yasha and Ayasha, pain and infamy. All these various states of living beings, Bhutanam Pratak Vidabhava, arise only from me. Matta eva bhavanti. So they all come from me only because the modes also are coming out of Krishna, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Trivir Gunarmai Bhave, Ebhi Brahmamitam Jagat, Motam na Bijanati, Mamebhya Param Avyayam. So all the modes are coming. So the qualities of the mode are also, in one sense, coming from Krishna. But those which are in the modes of goodness, which are favorable for cultivation of spiritual cultivation, they take us towards Krishna. The others. So some take us away from Krishna. But essentially, those qualities are coming from Krishna. So that is the point Krishna is trying to make here in this verse. Okay. So now let's go to the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti. Even those who are, okay, even those who are knowledgeable of scriptures cannot know about me by my intelligence. Buddhi. So Vishwanath Chakravarti is first commenting on Buddhi. Because intelligence and other elements are generated from the material gunas like sattva. Somehow it has got cut. It has gone outside. So I'm just trying to bring it inside. Yeah. So buddhi is it's one of the elements. Because intelligence and other elements are generated from material gunas like sattva, and although they all originate in me, in themselves, they are not suitable for understanding about me, who am beyond the gunas. Because the Lord is beyond gunas, so something which is made of gunas, how can you understand with that something which is beyond the gunas? The list of items in these verses is given to show this. Intelligence, buddhi, is capable of discerning the fine meaning of things. So, what is the definition of buddhi? Buddhi means, intelligence means, it is the capability to discern the fine meaning of things. What is this thing? What is that thing? Then knowledge refers to the ability to distinguish between Atma and non. So this is the definition of knowledge. Note, even knowledge of Atma distinct from the body is only Satoguna. So this is also knowledge in the Satoguna. Non-bewilderment, asammoha, means to be devoid of perplexity. You are not perplexed in any situation because you are not bewildered. These three qualities, though they are regarded as causing knowledge of me, are not really causes of that knowledge. They are regarded as causing knowledge of me. You know, buddhi, jnana, sammoha. These three are what? These three qualities, though they are regarded as causing knowledge of me, are not really causes of that knowledge. The other states seen in people, which are mentioned here, also do not rise on their own. They come from me. So all these qualities, come from Krishna. Tolerance, Shama, to speak the truth, Satyam, control of the external senses, Dhamma, control of the internal senses, that's the mind, are Sattvic. I don't know again why Sattvic. Mistake is there. Happiness is Sattvic and sorrow is Tamasic. Birth and death, types of sorrow and fear are Tamasic. Fearlessness arising from knowledge is Sattvic, but if it arises from Rajas or Tamas, it is Rajasic and Tamasic. So, there can be fear also in the three modes. A Kshatriya, because of his Rajas quality, he is fearless in the battle. So that fearlessness is, Rajasic. And sometimes a drunkard also, he goes and challenges someone, although he doesn't have strength. The Kshatriya has strength, he challenges based on his strength. But a drunkard who is in Tamaguna, he also challenges. And he's completely, destroyed by the opponent. But that kind of fearlessness, what he shows is in the mode of ignorance. So like that, all these qualities, fear in the three gunas, they are all coming from Krishna. Non-violence and seeing others as oneself, samatha, is sattvic. I don't know. Sattvic. Okay. Satisfaction, if unconditional, is sattvic and conditional is rajasic. You put some conditions, then it can, all is in the three modes basically. There is austerity in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Austerity and charity, if unconditional, are sattvic, and if conditional, are rajasic. Fame and infamy are similarly either sattvic or rajasic. All these arise from my energy because of the non-difference of the energy and the source of energy. It is said that they arise from me. Matta eva tan viddhi. So in one sense, the three modes are coming from Krishna. So in that sense, the qualities which are there in the three modes are also coming from Krishna. They are coming from Krishna and they are not different from Krishna. That is the Achinta Bheda Veda Tattva. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Even those people of fine intelligence who know the Shastra cannot comprehend my Tattva. The reason why is as follows. The characteristics of the living entities, including intelligence, which has the ability to grasp subtle subjects, the ability to discriminate between that which is conscious and that which is not, freedom from anxiety, tolerance, truthfulness, control of the senses and mind, happiness, distress, birth, death, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame, and infamy. So, here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is mentioning the characteristics of the living entity includes intelligence. And this intelligence can grasp subtle subjects. It has the ability to discriminate between matter and spirit. And with the intelligence, you can become free, have freedom from anxiety, tolerance. You use your intelligence, then it's better to tolerate. That is, use of intelligence. So all these qualities he connects to that. I am aloof from all of them, although I am their original cause. So these qualities, Krishna is the cause, but he is aloof from them. After knowing my Achinta Beda Bhed Tattva, the fundamental principle of inconceivable oneness and difference between Bhagavan and his multifarious potencies, nothing remains to be known. Nothing remains to be known. Shakti energy and Shaktiman the energy are both non-different and different. Similarly, I, Shaktiman, and everything in this ever-changing world which has emanated from energy are different, yet eternally non-different. So this is how Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains. So Prabhupada, I just want to take Prabhupada's purport here, just on Prabhupada, Buddhi translates as intelligence and Gyan as knowledge. And Prabhupada, intelligence refers to the power to analyze things in their proper perspective. That's how Prabhupada defines intelligence. And knowledge refers to understanding what is spirit and what is matter. So this is the distinction between Buddhi and Gyan. And this Gyan is not the Gyan, material, ordinary Gyan which you take in university. The Gyan is to discriminate Sankhya, matter and spirit. That is Gyan. And the ability to analyze things in their proper perspective is intelligence. Just like, how they function, both, a fine discrimination between intelligence and knowledge, just like a part of a machine, you open it up. And each part, you need to study and analyze it. You require intelligence. And you have knowledge about each of these parts. But then it requires intelligence now to fit these parts again into a whole. You have to know what comes in sequence. That is why intelligence is to know what is central, what is peripheral, what comes first, what comes next. Knowledge means knowledge about, about understanding what is what. And here it is referring to what is matter, what is spirit. So that's how you need to understand. So now, not only the devas and the maharshiyas come, in fact, all the saptarishis, the four kumaras, Brahmaji, everyone, all come from Krishna. So we know that, especially we see genealogy, we belong to which Gotra, we try to trace our family lineage. Ultimately, it's a material connection. But here, Krishna is giving a deeper connection that, ultimately you come from me. Because if all these personalities, the Maharshas, the Saptarisha rishis, and from the Saptarishis, really all the living beings are popular in the universe and all belong to any one of the Gotras. We know that, right? So if we are all coming from them and the Saptarishis also coming from Krishna, that means we have a spiritual lineage connection with Krishna. That's the point. Okay, let's recite 10.6. Maharshaya sapta purve chatvaro manavastata madbhava manasa jata esham loka ima praja. The great seven sages, Maharsha Sapta, and before them, Purve, the four Kumaras, Chatvara. Chatvara refers to the four Kumaras. And the 14 Manus, Manavastata, the 14 Manus who rule in a day of Brahma, whose descendants are the people of this world. Esham Loka Ima Praja, because all the descendants of the people in this world, they are, coming from the Manus. who is the father of mankind. Swayambhu Manu, and then now we are in the Vaivasvat Manu, the seventh Manu. Arose from me, Mad Bhava, from my mind, Manasa Jata, Vishwanath Chakravarti. Not having mentioned that intelligence, knowledge, and non bewilderment cannot give real knowledge of the Lord in this verse states that these things cannot give true knowledge of the Lord. The seven great sages beginning with Marichi, the four Kumaras such as Sanaka, the 14 Manus beginning with Swayambhu, take birth from me in the form of Hiranyagarbha. So, Mad Manasa Jata, me in the form of Hiranyagarbha, that is Brahma. Brahma is called as Hiranyagarbha. No, the seven sages are Bhrigu, Marichi, Atri, Pulasya, Pulaha, Krutu, and Shishta. So all these seven rishis are coming from me through Brahma. And Brahma is born from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So in that sense, all are coming from the Lord. They arose from my mind. The Brahmanas and others exist as the offspring, sons and grandsons of students, and the students of the students of the seven rishis, the four Kumaras and the Manus. Note, because all of these persons with great intelligence and wisdom arise from the Lord, they cannot understand about the Lord. Just like in the second verse it was mentioned, Name Vidur Suragana. So just with our intelligence, we cannot understand the Lord because they are all coming from the Lord. How can they understand? So the problem is that if with our intelligence we can understand God, then what happens? What is the issue then? If with our intelligence, if we can understand God, then what's the problem? What's the issue? Yes, Bir Krish Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, bro. Bro, that means that Lord can be understood by this material. I mean, uh, by material gunas. It appears that way because these
Okay, that
qualities
is
are under
also their
influence of.
understanding. Yeah, the Lord is Nirgun. He's transcendental and his material qualities are material sattva. So how we can understand? That's also one thing, but any other point? Navneet Kalra Mataji, you had raised your hand.
Yes, Prabhuji, I think because our intelligence is limited only. So how can you
Yeah,
understand the
if
unlimited?
with our intelligence we can understand God, then what happens? We become
Then we
superior
get
to
a,
God.
yeah.
You know,
And
we
also
be,
you need the
we no, but our intelligence is superior because we can understand higher things.
Hmm.
That means we are having higher, superior intelligence then. Yes or no?
yes, and also
Then God
God
becomes
would,
inferior, na?
yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes,
So we
Prabhuji.
can understand by buddhi, but that buddhi is spiritual intelligence, and that intelligence also is given by Krishna. Krishna will come to that in 10.9. Because all of these persons with great intelligence and wisdom arise from the Lord, they cannot understand from about the Lord. Okay, Bhaktivinoda Thakur doesn't give a commentary on this. Now, after these three verses are speakum, 10.4, 5, and 6, now the second result of understanding that all these, let me finish this verse. Yeah, okay, Bir Krishnaji. What's your question?
Prabhu, now here it is seen that these qualities are, uh, are not sufficient to for the knowledge of the Lord. But Prabhu, we see
Hmm.
that these qualities are essential in practicing our sadhana bhakti, and they are, in one sense, they are helpful
Where
in.
it is mentioned that these qualities are essential for sadhana bhakti?
No,
What
no,
is the
bro.
adhikar required for sadhana bhakti?
No, no, bro. When we see the
No, what
qualities
is
of.
the adhikar required? No, no, no. What is the adhikar required for practicing sadhana bhakti? First, you tell me.
Uh,
Mahat kripa.
Adhikar. Adhikar is Mahat Kripa, definitely, bro.
Mahat
But
kripa. By Mahat kripa, you get salpruchir, evasyat, bhakti tattva voditat, na yukti. And with that, you start practicing. And
and but
ultimately, that's.
But Prabhu, we see na ki these qualities manifest in devotees, which
No, we are actually not able to distinguish the two. There is a
uh-huh.
difference between qualities of sattva and transcendental qualities like compassion, forgiveness,
Okay, okay.
tolerance. There are
Hmm.
these two, you know. So
So
these
those are
can be of
transcendental
sattva.
qualities.
Those are transcendental qualities which
Right,
a
right,
devotee acquires with the practice of bhakti. Automatically, these qualities manifest, and that is
right.
one of the characteristics of Uttama Bhakti.
Yes, yes,
Shubhada.
yes. Right, right, right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So you have to understand that. That's why these qualities we cannot understand the Lord. That's what the. So now all these etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo vetti tatvata so vikalpena yogena yunjate natra samshaya. He who knows yahavati, my vibhutis. Krishna has spoken about his vibhutis now. Now, what are the vibhutis Krishna has spoken? Now I'll come to the vibhuti yoga. Just give me a minute. I will attach my tablets. Hare. So, because this vibhutim yogam cha, because this chapter is vibhuti yoga, so it has come up here. So I will now explain the concept of vibhuti yoga. And it will become more evident, especially when we discuss the verse 10.17 onwards. So, Vibhuti means Vishesh Bhuti. You know, there are special manifestations of the Lord, His energies basically, and these attract us. You know, so we are here in the material world, and we are in material consciousness. So let's take a, you know, Ashwata Vriksha, because I'm very bad in drawing. Ashwatha tree. Hmm. Krishna in the Vibhuti Yoga will mention that Ashwata Sarva Vrikshanam. So Krishna is here. That is we, and this is Krishna. So we are attracted because this Ashwata Vriksha is attracting us because it is manifesting certain energy of Krishna. So that's why it's attractive. And we understand that this Vibhuti is coming from Krishna because Krishna will identify Ashwata Sarva Vrikshanam. I am that, from among all the Ashwata trees, I am that. So what happens is we are here and we understand that connection with Krishna. So we practice what is called as Vibhuti Yoga. And that's how our consciousness, which is material, gradually by thinking about Krishna, we become Krishna conscious. So that is why Vibhuti Yoga is very, very important. So again, we'll go more into this detail once we come to the chapter, verse 17, and especially the 18th chapter onwards, Vibhuti Yoga more becomes. But here, because here also Krishna has described his Vibhutis. What are his Vibhutis he has described up till now? Let us see. Who will answer? What are the Vibhutis Krishna has described about himself? Let us see how much we could follow and understand. What are the Vibhutis he has described up till now? Uh, what are the Vibhutis? Yes, Bir Krish Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. From verse 2 to 6, he is describing Vibhuti only. Like in 2, he says ki,
Correct. From
Devatas
2
and
to 6, especially verse 2, 4, 5, and 6. Because 3 is, basically the first result. Yeah, even 3 also, Vetti Loka Maheshwara is
2, 3,
Aja,
4, 5,
Anadim,
6.
Vetti 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So one who understands is Vibhuti. So generally in summary, Krishna is mentioning, but now based on Arjuna's question, he will, you know, explain in detail in this chapter. But that's why Etam, one who knows my Vibhutis, which will be recited in this chapter, Etam Mama Vibhutim. So you see how Vishnu Chakravarti is translating. So that entire chapter. And the process of Bhakti Yoga. Vibhutim Yogam Cha. So this Vibhuti is leading to Bhakti Yoga for us. So I mentioned how, it will ultimately leads to thinking about Krishna. So what happens? So Vikalpena Yogena. And who accepts this as the highest truth? Tattvata, Mama Yo Vetti Tattvata, becomes fixed in unflinching bhakti with knowledge about me. So Vikalpena Yogena Yunjate. Of this, there is no doubt. Na atra samshaya. So this is the effect of understanding Vibhuti Yoga. Now, please understand this very important that our consciousness, is material and it is attracted to material things, material manifestations. But ultimately, all these manifestations are coming from Krishna. And when you connect to Krishna and you see the connection of Krishna and you remember Krishna, so in one sense, you're practicing Vibhuti Yoga or Bhakti Yoga in that sense. You're connecting the Vibhutis to Krishna, so it's Bhakti Yoga. So that our consciousness doesn't divert anywhere to anything else. I'm just giving an example. This was my experience when I studied the 10th chapter in detail many years back, and I was trying to understand 10th chapter. Now also I'm trying to understand. So when Krishna says Ashwata Sarva Vrikshanam, among the trees I'm Ashwata, and you all seen, moment you see an Ashwata tree, one thing about the Ashwata tree is in and around cannot be any other trees. It is stand alone, because it's like a king, who's nobody can bit around it. You see that in and around Ashwata tree, there is nothing else. And it attracts because it is a manifestation of Krishna. And people worship also Ashwatri. And in fact, in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, there is recommendation of worshipping the Ashwata and the tamarind tree, because they are manifestations of Krishna. Even cow, it is called as the Tadiya Seva, Tulsi, like that. So when I read this, and I was somehow from our Chowpatty temple going to the local railway station, which is Grand Road. And interestingly, there are only in and around buildings when you're walking, cars, buildings, traffics, and there are no much trees. But because Ashwat tree or the Pipala tree is a holy tree, people respect it, so they don't cut the tree. So I could see in many places the Pipala tree. And I was able to, somehow, this tree is, Krishna is saying Ashwata Sarva Vrikshanam. So, instead of seeing the buildings which will divert our consciousness, Vikalpa, but I was able to remember Krishna, Avikalpa Yogena. So that is the power of this Vibhuti Yoga. Becomes fixed in unflinching bhakti and knowledge about me. And there is no doubt about this, Krishna is saying. So that's why one should study the Vibhuti Yoga in detail, generally. And the more one studies the Vibhuti Yoga, the more one will become Krishna consciousness. We'll come to that once we discuss from 18th verse onwards. But according to my own statement, and can be attained only by pure bhakti. Bhaktya aham ekaya grahya. Krishna's own statement is there in the Uddhav Gita. Only only my Ananya Bhakta receiving firm faith in my words by my mercy knows the truth about me. Krishna is only saying this. That is stated in this verse. He who knows the vibhutis of which I will speak in summary and who knows bhakti yoga, etam vibhutim yogam cha. So one who knows the vibhutis, which Krishna is speaking, and he knows bhakti yoga also, who then becomes endowed with even stronger faith, thinking this alone is the highest truth, tatvata. So he's endowed with stronger faith. Because my Master Krishna has said so, becomes endowed with unwavering avikalpena bhakti yoga, which is characterized by knowledge of my true nature, yogini. So this is how Vishnu Chakra. There is no doubt about this. Atra na samshaya. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He who has knowledge of my Swarupa, knowledge of the opulences arising from my potencies and knowledge that Bhakti Yoga is the pinnacle of all activities, is Tattva Gyani, the topmost knowledgeable person. Tattvata, Bhaktivinoda Thakur coins a terminology, Tattva Gyani. A person who knows these truths can practice unwavering devotion to me free from all doubt. Avikalpena yogena, and then na atra samshaya. So that's how Krishna, in summary, has described the vibhutis. In detail, he's going to now describe in 19 to 42, which we will come very soon now. Okay, so we have finished this section. Now we'll come to the Chaturshloki Gita. Krishna can be known only through Bhakti Yoga by his grace. Because Vibhuti and Bhakti Yoga, who knows Bhakti Yoga? One should know the Vibhutis and Bhakti Yoga. So Bhakti Yoga means Ananya Bhakti. So Krishna, in summary, in 4 verses, he speaks about Bhakti Yoga. So we will take up that section now. But I don't know how many verses we'll be able to complete. But let's begin. But any questions you have up till now? Up till now, what we have discussed. Any questions, any clarifications? Okay, there is one question. Yes, Navneet Kalra Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. All these vibhutis, they are the external energies of the Lord.
Yes. Please understand, just like when you come to the actual Vibhuti Yoga, you will get a much clearer picture. Just like Indra is endowed with certain powers, right?
Yeah,
Now, where is he getting these powers from?
from Krishna.
From Krishna. So you are attracted seeing the Vibhutis, but actually they are coming from Krishna. And Krishna is identifying himself with those Vibhutis. No? So in that sense, we are connecting to Krishna. That is what is called as Vibhuti Yoga. I hope you're getting this point.
And I don't know if it's, but what is the difference between Vishwarupa and Vibhuti Yoga?
Okay, we will come to that when we come to the Vishwarupa.
Okay, okay,
We'll come to that when we come to the Vishwarupa. Okay.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Krishna is gradually building, different levels and conceptions to higher levels. So when we come to the 11th chapter, you will get it. You'll get a more clearer understanding. Yes, Shri Lalita Sumati Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji, I just wanted to ask, is that he tells in seventh chapter, I'm taste of water, light of sun. That is also Vibhuti?
Yes. So I don't know whether you all remember, but I'll have to now open the 7th chapter and show you. Mhm.
1.8.
Yes. Wait, no. Yes. So in chapter 7, the Vibhutis Krishna is speaking how is the essence of everything. The essence of water is taste.
Yeah,
Rasoham apsu kaunteya.
yeah.
So the active principle, Prabhupada uses the active principle, the potency, that Shakti, what is there in that water, that Krishna is identified. But in chapter 10, he is saying how the best of everything. Like
Yeah.
among the devatas, who is the, who is the leader of all the devatas, Mataji?
Leader of all, is it Indra Prabhu?
Indra, correct? So I'm Indra,
No,
he's saying, because here
we're
is
reading
my
back.
vibhuti. Huh?
Okay. In Brahmastuti prayers, it was telling among devatas I'm Vamana Dev. Like that today I read in Bhagavatam. I don't know, but yeah.
Oh, no, but here,
Right.
we'll
Yeah.
have to see that in which context what is spoken. Sometimes, we just quote the verses out of context. We'll have to see within the flow of the context why, what is the meaning in that specific context. But here in the context of the 10th chapter, he's identifying all these vibhutis. So Krishna will go right from the cosmic level to the terrestrial level to the human level, all levels, you know.
Okay.
Now among the humans, there are the kings, all these kings, Naradipha,
Yeah.
I am, they manifest huge powers, no?
Yes.
So
Yes.
Krishna is identifying it as me, he says.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
mean in one sense, it's not a Mayavad philosophy that he is Krishna, but
Yeah.
the vibhuti is what he's manifesting. They are
Yeah.
coming from me, Krishna is saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now in today's world, we can give example of who it is, Virat Kohli or Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar is retired many years back now. Now he is very famous and people are attracted because that is Vishesh Bhuti.
Mm.
That, particular quality he is manifesting, that is a vibhuti of Krishna. And, we can identify, yes, it is coming from Krishna. So we'll not get bewildered by Maya and
Yeah.
not get deviated towards material. Rather, we'll connect that to Krishna. And just I was giving the example of kings like Yudhishthira Maharaj,
Yeah.
although he is, the Parshad of Krishna, they are eternal associates, but he is manifesting his kingly qualities as a Naradeva. So this is one of his vibhutis, you know, or Maharaj
Yes.
Gaya, or any other great kings, Maharaj Bharat. All these, we get attracted to these kings, hearing their qualities, Kshatriya qualities. So that attraction, what we feel, that is a vibhuti and it's coming from Krishna. So we get more attracted to Krishna because they are all coming from Krishna.
Correct.
Similarly, they can be powerful kings who can be very powerful and destructive, like Genghis Khan, right? Now he's also manifesting his power of destruction, Tamaguna, but that is also coming from Krishna. Because we read in the fourth and the fifth verse, all the qualities, whether it is sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic, they are coming from whom?
Krishna.
They are coming from Krishna. But thinking of Genghis Khan as a vibhuti of Krishna is not so favorable to our practice of Krishna consciousness. So there
Yes.
are, vibhutis which take us towards Krishna and they can also take us away from Krishna. So that we need to discriminate. Like a beautiful woman, that beauty, what she is manifesting, that soul, it's the beauty of the soul.
Yeah.
And in one sense, it's a vibhuti of Krishna.
Yeah.
So you can thinking of that, how Krishna might be beautiful. You can think like that, but generally we might get attracted to the vibhuti and get diverted. So that's why that's not favorable. So Krishna is one, how he is the one among the many he shows. What is that? How he is best of the everything. Sorry, what happened? How he is the best of the everything he shows, but not everything, you know, takes us towards Krishna. Some can take away from Krishna. Like I told about the vibhuti of a king like Genghis Khan or the beauty of a woman, Although they are
Yes.
vibhutis, but they don't take us towards Krishna, they can take us away from Krishna. So this is the second type of Vibhuti Yoga, which is spoken, Vibhuti spoken, or the in the 10th chapter. The seventh type is how it is the essence. And Krishna also will speak about his Vibhutis in the 15th chapter. And in there, how he is the maintainer of everything. So the more we realize this Vibhuti Yoga, the more we become conscious of Krishna. Just 2-3 days back, we completed our cosmology seminar, the Vedic cosmology, and how it was explained that actually the sun evaporates the water from all the water bodies in this Bhumandala, because there is a salt water, there are so many different waters, and the fine essence of it is extracted by the moon god, and churning that is what is formed as somaras. It's what is formed as somaras. And the pitras, they somapa means they drink this somaras, Traividyamam somapa. It was mentioned already. We have read that 9.21. So for those who go to heaven, they drink the som ras and they enjoy there. So this som ras is a heavenly beverage. It is not liquor. Please remember that. And this som ras itself through the moon gives whatever nourishment, nectar we find, the juices we find in all the vegetables, fruits. In fact, it is somras only we are surviving. Our bodies are surviving because of somras. In the form of somras, in the form of fruits, vegetables. And that's why Krishna, in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Gama Vishya Bhutani Dharayam Aham Ojasa Pushnami Aushada Sarva Soma Bhuta
So,
Rasatmaka, he says. Soma Bhuta Rasatmaka. Okay, I think it is 15 point 13. Pushnami Aushada Sarva Soma Bhuta Rasatmaka. Soma is the moon. Rasatmaka, supplying the juice. So when we are drinking some juice of mango, say mango juice, the rasa we are experiencing is ultimately coming from whom? Moon god. And moon god is a vibhuti of Krishna. And Krishna is saying, I am supplying that. Dharayami aham ojasa. I am sustaining. I become the moon. Krishna is identifying himself. So who is giving you rasa in mango? Who is giving you
Krishna.
rasa in mango, Mataji?
Krishna through the moon. Prabhu.
But Krishna is only that moon now, because he's identifying himself with that vibhuti. So how there the vibhutis are how he's maintaining
Yeah,
us
15th chapter.
materially as well as spiritually. So that's the difference between the three types of vibhutis. I hope it is clear, right?
For now. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
So, and let me make it very clear. As long as one is not thoroughly understood this Vibhuti Yoga, which is presented in all these chapters, 7th, 10th, 15th, and a more advanced study of the second canto and the third canto, creation, the Virata Purusha, you know, and then again it will come in the fifth canto, the cosmology. One cannot, because we are caught up in Maya, we have to meditate on the Lord's pastimes of Maya, which are creation pastimes, and the whole universe is also the body of the Lord, so that we can continuously remember the Lord and purify our consciousness. And then, when the consciousness is pure, then we can meditate on the spiritual pastimes of the Lord. So, we cannot directly jump to higher levels of consciousness. So that is why these chapters of Vibhuti Yoga are very, very, very important. Very important. In fact, this can be a complete shift in our consciousness to become Krishna consciousness. So very, very important. Okay. Any other questions anyone else has about this, what we have discussed up till now? So it's almost 8:15 and time is up. So I would not like to start the Chaturshloki because all the four verses are to be taken together. So maybe tomorrow we will start with the Chaturshloki Gita and go on with the Chaturshloki. Bir Krishnaji, you have a question? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, understanding this Lord Krishna's Vibhuti, uh, it definitely enhances our Aishwarya for the Lord. But
Can you
Prabhu,
speak a little loudly and clearly?
Prabhu, now it is clear? Hare
Yes,
Krishna, Prabhu.
yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Prabhu, I'm saying that this understanding the Vibhuti of the Lord, uh, this enhances the Aishwarya knowledge of the Lord, and with this our surrender attitude, I mean, it gets uh, enhanced. So Prabhu,
Correct.
but Prabhu, this Aishwarya Gyan, how far it is helpful in uh, actually actually manifesting the love for the Lord,
Manifesting what?
manifesting love for the Lord, manifesting prema.
Manifesting love?
Yeah,
Love for what?
manifesting prema for the Lord. What is
Prabhuji, first let us practice sadhana bhakti. That is also prema. The more you understand this Aishwarya Gyan, it will come up now in the Chaturshloki Gita. We'll bring out that. The more the knowledge of understanding of the Lord, that leads to devotion. And with that devotion also leads to knowledge. So there is a symbiotic relationship between the two. So directly leads to Ananya Bhakti, practice of Ananya Bhakti. And Ananya Bhakti is prema. Whether it is in the sadhana stage, but it is in mature, it is in the bhava stage, it is full manifestation of prema. That's it. So we should not take this as ordinary, because the ninth chapter, the knowledge which Krishna is giving will lead to Ananya Bhakti. We have to remember that. That's what Vishwanath Chakravarti mentions in this commentary. I hope it is clear, right?
yes.
Pardon? Hari Bol.
Yes, Prabhu, it is clear. But uh, I was just contemplating ki, uh, just because of greatness of Lord, if we are trying to, uh, I mean, just by understanding the greatness of Lord, if the preeti is manifesting, so is it because
No.
ki,
You're directly going to something which is, you know, you're speaking about Preeti or Prema. That's what, I was trying to hear your words. Please understand first. There is difference in Aishwarya Gyan and Madhurya Gyan. Madhurya is
Hmm.
not Prema. Madhurya is understanding the sweetness of the Lord. I'll give you one example just to understand. You know, this example will make it a little clear for us. Suppose there are two classmates. One is very rich, millionaire, trillionaire. Other one is coming from a simple family, a simple home, from a very poor background. Now both are having very heart-to-heart relationship and very good friends, and they are childhood friends. Children that time don't have that, ahankar and too much. So as they grow up, they go in their respective fields out. He goes on further to graduation abroad somewhere, and this, studies in the small village only. And maybe after 15, 20 years, they meet. But they have the same thickness in their friendship. And now his friend says, no, you know what? I am the owner of this country. This entire country belongs to me. And this company, which is spread in, many countries, which has offices all over the world, I am the boss. And he keeps on telling his Aishwaryas. Hmm? And the more he tells his Aishwaryas, he's awestruck the other friend. But at the same time, he sees that this friend has the same intimacy. And he doesn't have that. So he's more attracted to his friend. So that is Madhurya. Are you getting this point?
Yes, yes,
Their
yes.
intimacy is the same. So that makes him more intimate, and he's not, So Krishna, that is the beauty of Krishna. Krishna is the Sarvaloka Maheshwara, but he has taken the role of the chariot driver. An insignificant chariot driver, Sarvaloka Maheshwar. Can you imagine? Not this one universe. He's the owner of all universes. He's Ishwar. Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu are following his orders. And now, ordered by Arjuna, he's taking a chariot in between the two armies. He's become the servant of his devotee. So that, gives even nectar to Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. That's what we studied Gudakesha first chapter. Why did we forget that? Second
Yes.
chapter. Huh? So
Yes,
that
Prabhu.
intimacy, what you develop, that sweetness, oh, how my Lord is so sweet. So that attachment and love for the Lord, what you feel, that is the beginning stages of bhakti, you can say, Ananya Bhakti. Okay?
Yes, yes, yes. Very
So
clear.
the more Aishwarya we understand, this is my Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak. And he's become the chariot driver.
Yes.
So the more we understand the Aishwarya Gyan, it leads to Madhuri. Are you getting this point now?
Yes, yes, bro. Thank you, bro. Very much clear.
I'm also very happy that you have understood.
Thank you.
Okay,
Correct.
right. Thank you very, very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granthra Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai. Hare Krishna.